What's up everyone, my name is Lauren, welcome to my channel. First I want to start out by just telling you a little bit about myself. As I said, my name is Lauren, I'm 32 years old, I live in Michigan, I have a fiance, I have a 1-year-old son, I have 3 cats, and I work full time. I love coffee, I love books, I love art and painting. I love nature. I love nature. Today I want to talk to you about my 2023 goals. The reason I'm interested in making this video is from one of my favorite content creators on YouTube, Allison Pages. She does these videos every year where she basically does a check-in with herself. In the beginning of the year, she makes a video stating some of her goals for this year while looking back at her video that she did the previous year to see how those things lined up. She's not really hard on herself, and I admire that. I think that's such a great positive attitude to have about your goals and what you were able to achieve, where you may have fallen short. So I kind of wanted to get on here, do the same thing, and kind of talk to 2024 Lauren. So let's do that right now. Hi 2024 Lauren, how are you? Hopefully you were successful with some of your plans for 2023. I hope that you had a happy year. I hope that you were able to get some projects done. I hope that you were able to create some new things that you were wanting to create. I hope you read some great books. I hope you were able to spend a lot of time with your family and just enjoy life. That's about it. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. I just got back from shopping and it is freezing outside. Like, the temperature's not cold, but it's the wind. The wind is so cold, and I brought my son and it was just like getting back in the house. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. So let's get into these 2023 goals. I have a book here that I'm reading these from. I went through a couple of days ago and really planned out my goals for 2023. So I'm going to project them out into the world, make them known to myself, to other people who maybe are interested in this idea, this concept. So let's get into it. One of the things that I really struggle with is allowing myself to have me time. I'm horrible about it. If I feel like there's a task or a project or cleaning or anything that I need to get done, that will always come first. And I want to change that this year. It's so important to me because I'm really feeling that I need that me time, and I'm not doing any of the things that I want to do because I don't give myself that me time. So the goal I have written down is consistently schedule me time. You deserve this time. Life is not all work. So the 3 areas that I want to focus on scheduling this time for are reading, artwork, and video games. I have a Switch, I have an Xbox, I have a gaming PC, and I consistently find a reason to be like, no, you can't do that right now. Video games aren't productive, and I want to change that this year because they're fun. They give me some time to just relax, just be. That's kind of the goal. Just be, and it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. So that is goal number 1. Kind of going along with that goal, I want to get into urban sketching this year. This goal comes from a content creator on YouTube, Jessica Karp. She is amazing. I love her channel. I love her mindset around artwork, all of the different ways that she creates things, and I definitely feel like that is heavily inspired by her, along with another goal that I have where I'm just gonna kind of put these two together. Complete a sketchbook. I have never in my life completed a sketchbook. I bought one and it's just kind of been my play sketchbook, but I want to put together a whole sketchbook. I would like to do like maybe a challenge where, you know, there's certain ones where you draw 100 eyes or draw 100 nose. I want to find my own challenge and put it into a sketchbook and really try and make something that I can be proud of. So that is one of my goals for 2023 for sure. I want this to be a very art focused year for me because that is something that brings me peace. It is something that brings me a release for some of this creative energy that I have, and I don't know where to put it, but I've been avoiding it because I feel like what I'm making isn't good enough. I feel like it doesn't come out how I want it to be, but I think that comes from overworking and overthinking. So that's another goal that I have this year. So some of these might not make sense to some of you, but I'll try to explain it the best that I can. So one of the things I have written on here is allow myself personal money. So my fiance and I, we have a joint account and we use that to pay our mortgage, all of our bills together. But usually like we're not budgeting effectively. So we don't have, we don't plan to set aside money for ourselves, for our own things that we want to, do, all that kind of stuff. So that is a goal that I have this year for both of us. Like, I feel like we deserve that. We work really hard. We deserve to have some of the things that we want. And if we budget for it and make a better plan for ourselves, I think that that's really possible for us. So that is a big goal for this year for sure. Kind of going along with allowing myself personal money in a way, another goal that I have is to get a new wardrobe that is me. Pretty much my whole life I have had hand-me-downs. I have had clothes that were just clothes, which I'm grateful for. But I don't feel like I've ever had a style. I don't feel like I've ever looked at my wardrobe and been excited about it or thought, wow, I just feel so good wearing this, or I just feel like me. So that is a huge goal for me this year. I want to allow myself to buy some clothes. I do a lot of thrift store shopping. That's where this sweatshirt came from. And I do believe that thrift store shopping is great and you can find some of the things that you want or are looking for. You just have to have the patience to do it. So that is a big goal for me. I think it will really boost my confidence. It will really make me understand what I like and what I don't like. So that is a big goal for me this year. I really want to focus on my home and fixing it up a little bit and making it feel a little more homey to me. I've lived in this house for almost 2 years now. In June it'll be 2 years. And the first year that we lived here, I was very pregnant and my son was born in September, so we moved in June and we had my son in September. So as you can imagine, like, we didn't really have a ton of time to decorate, organize, really figure out our spaces, and things have changed so much because we've had issues with our house. We basically couldn't live in our master bedroom for the first 8 months of us living here, so we had our stuff in the spare room, and it was just not fun. It was not fun. We basically found out that we had some flooring issues where the floor in our master bedroom was dry rotted. All the support beams were dry rotted. So yeah, we basically had like just subfloor in our master bedroom for the first 8 months of us living here. We couldn't afford to get carpet at the time, so we got that all fixed up. last year about this time. So now that that's fixed up, I really want to focus on making my home feel more homey, more comfortable, create the spaces that I want to create. And kind of going along with that is another goal that I have, and that is buying some houseplants. I think that houseplants add just something so special and cozy to your house, at least for me. They bring me a little bit of comfort, a little bit of that outside feeling that, you know, now in wintertime I'm really missing. So that is definitely a goal for this year. I'm actually thinking about going out and buying a plant today. I don't think I have a set amount of plants that I want to buy, but I'm thinking if I could get at least 3 this year, that would be just wonderful. I would really love that. Another goal that I have is to get a tattoo. I have 2 currently. I have one on my shoulder back here, and I have one here on my arm. I would like to get this one touched up because it's kind of like down here, the stem is sort of fading. I don't really like these leaves. So I would like to get this one touched up, but I want to get another tattoo. It has been, I got this one in 2019. So it's been a couple of years. I'm kind of getting that itch. I'm interested in getting a bookish tattoo for one of my favorite books. And this is my kitty cat Fiona. One of 3, but she is like my baby. She is my baby. Anytime I'm upset or hurting or anything like that, she is just always there for me, and she makes me laugh every single day. Like, I just love her so much. Do you regret coming to say hi to me? I'd say I'm sorry for that, but I'm really not. Like, I'm a cat lady, I'm a dog lady. I don't have a dog, but like, I'm a dog person with cats, you know? Okay, my bookish goal for this year, read 60 books. Last year, I read 57 books, so it's not really too much more than last year. But I've really found that just allowing myself the time to read like really shuts down my anxiety quite a bit. If I had to describe my reading taste, I love romance. I love reading nonfiction. I am starting to get into a little bit more, like, fantasy is where I struggle. I would love to be a fantasy reader, but I think I need to like slowly dip my toes into it before I try to just tackle a big epic fantasy, you know? But I'm interested in magical realism. I think that is something that really appeals to me and might put me on the pathway to reading more fantasy. I'm also a fiction reader. I love fiction, and I love coming of age stories. I love kind of like mundane stories that are just not necessarily plot driven, but they're character driven, intergenerational stories where you get to see from like different generations of a family, but different perspectives from all of the people or women in that family. Like, there's a book I'm thinking about right now that just like, that is that, and So that is my goal for this year. Read 60 books and try to read a couple more classics, try to read some more magical realism. If you have any recommendations for magical realism books, let me know, because that is something I'm really interested in. And yeah, any recommendations, I will take them. I will take them. This one I'm really excited about. So a little bit of a story time. I used to work in a bakery for a company that rhymes with Ham's Blub. It rhymes with ham's blub. So I used to work at the bakery there, and my favorite part about working there was baking the bread. And so that has kind of inspired this goal for this year. And I'm excited about it, but I'm also nervous because it's not easy. So I bought this book. I got this half off too around Christmas time. So this was only $20 when I bought it. The original price is $40 for this book. But I'm so excited. It's gonna really help me along. So I want to learn how to bake bread this year. Like, actually bake it myself. Because I'm used to frozen bread from Ham's Blub, but I want to learn how to make the dough, let it rise, make bread from scratch. That is one of my goals this year. I would like to do one try each month, so 12 loaves of bread at least this year. January was kind of out for me. That's why I'm even making this video so late, because I think it was the second week of January, my fiance came home, said he didn't feel good, and he tested positive for COVID. And then that was a Saturday, and then Monday my son tested positive for COVID, and then the next day I tested positive for COVID. So January was a really rough month for us. It was really, really rough, because if you have a young child that's, you know, can't wear a mask, you have to keep them away once they're asymptomatic for 10 days. So the month of January, I was pretty much cooped up in my house the whole time. And I'm still getting over it. You can probably hear it in my voice. It was rough. It was very, very rough for us. So I'm gonna have to add in another loaf in in one of my other months, which, I mean, that's probably not gonna be the worst situation, but so that is my goal, is to use this book as my guide and bake a loaf of bread every month. My last goal is really one of my most important goals to me, but it takes a little bit of explaining, so here we go. It's very specific, so bear with me here. Lose 12 inches off of my body and reduce my body fat by 5%. Okay, so last year I started really trying to lose weight in April. I think it was the week after Easter. I think from then I've lost a little over 50 pounds. Like total since my son was born, I've lost 68 pounds. So that is amazing for me. I'm really proud of myself. I've had kind of a rough go because I've been seeing a lot of doctors. I have some chronic conditions that kind of prevent me from doing a lot of things. I think at some point I'll probably get into that a little bit more, but for the sake of the video, I'll just kind of leave it at that for now. So I have some limitations. So I really want to build strength, lose some inches, and just try overall to get myself to a better place, to make these chronic conditions that I have better, or as best as they can be. I hope that makes sense. It's a struggle. I'm still finding out things that I have going on in my body. It seems to be like a never-ending process, basically since the end of 2020 / beginning, like very, very beginning of 2021, like January, is when I really started to find out about all the problems that I've been having. So that is a huge goal for me. I think it is achievable. I have already measured myself. Before I got COVID, I had measured myself, I had weighed myself. I was feeling really ready to go. I had started doing some workouts and things like that, and then COVID just like ruined all of that for me, along with some chronic pain that I've been having as well. So I'm very optimistic about this one. I think that I am going to talk about weight loss and chronic pain a little bit on this channel because it is such a huge part of my life and I know how hard it is. So maybe it would help someone else if they were to stumble upon my video and find out some information, maybe some hope, maybe some, light at the end of the tunnel kind of feeling, because it can be very daunting and it can be very difficult. But I'm running with it. I'm gonna do the best that I can. Why do I say 12 inches off of my body? Why do I say 5% body fat? Because let me tell you, I have struggled with weight my whole life, and in 2017, before I really found out that I had problems, I was in the best shape of my life. If I have pictures, I might just put one up there, but I had lost like 80 pounds, I was in great shape, and then it's like that is when my problems really started for me. I just was really struggling, and then it took me until the end of 2020 to figure out what was going on with me. So in that time, I've had a lot of emotional moments, I've had a lot of just struggles in general, so that has kind of added some weight, added some inches, but the scale is not all that matters. It's not all that matters. If you can put on a shirt that is smaller than a size that you used to wear, that is a success. If you can walk up a flight of stairs without being out of breath and in pain and just really struggling, that is a success. And I want to bring that mindset back to my own health. I'm really unhappy with how many inches I've gained, more so than my weight, because I feel a lot better just losing as much as I have. But when I'm waving and my arm is still like saying hello, like I don't like that. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. It doesn't make me feel confident. When I'm struggling to find clothes that they fit a certain part of my body where another spot of me has more weight, more inches, more fat, that's really what I'm trying to decrease, is the amount of fat and the inches, so that I can feel more comfortable and confident. And I know that the weight will come off as well, but that's not my focus. It's going to be the inches and the body fat percentage. I'm very confident in myself that I can do this, and that is one of my biggest goals, and I'm saving it for last. So those are my 2023 goals that are top tier, most important to me and my progression into 2024, the energy I'm trying to bring into 2024. I think these are great goals to have, and I'm really excited to see what happens as time goes on. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of video, I highly recommend that you check out Allison Pages, and I'll put her channel up here, like a little, boop, one of those things. What are some of your goals for 2023? Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to doing this again at the end of 2023. Oh, seeing what I've achieved, seeing where I fell short, and looking forward to just keep doing this. I think it's so good to just put these things out there and see how you do. It's kind of like accountability in a way, and it helps you figure out like what didn't work for you, why you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, and how you can kind of change things and make it a little bit better for you in the future, That's it for this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!